Hello. I am working with the 9-year-old Peter, and I have an assistant riding instructor who will be my other eye, educated eye, to teaching students on the lunge line and lead line. I want to begin with to assess Peter's riding skills. I ask if there is experience. If they say no, which Peter's mother said no, I know I'm going to be doing a lot of on-the-ground stuff for a 9-year-old with little experience whose parent has called in. My first evaluation at the beginning of this video or series of videos came from grooming and tacking, and at that point identifying if the student has a fear, because that's important. Now, if they are nervous, standoffish, or jumpy, or don't seem excited at that point, you will have a lesson that is subdued. Now, gung-ho, excited up against the horse, tacking at that point, is a lesson not subdued. When the student first gets on my first lesson, lunge line, it's walk. It's always walk. Come on, Peter. I want you to climb the mounting block, and I want you to swing your leg over and sit down gently. And I want you to just forget about everything but the joy, the wonder of the horse. Now, Peter, I want you to learn to steer, how to keep your heels down. And I want your steady, easy posting at the walk with strength. I want you to move around the horse, and you're going to see that you can change your body without the horse freaking out on you, especially if you're a little scared. And build up confidence on the lunge line lesson, and that's for me too. This horse has lunging experience. He's not just any lesson horse that bucks, plays, is silly, or thinks it's time to play wee with a beginner. A toss student is not a return student. Students need to come back and progress with you. Now, Peter, heels down, listening, good balance, and holding yourself up. Great. Now, I am going to check your balance, Peter, because this is too good. Stand up in the stirrups, stepping into your heels. You are standing in your stirrups without falling back and having to fix yourself. And that shows me some strength or balance. We can up it into a trot. We have a horse that can certainly carry you through. No assistant. My assistant believes Rascal is a great walk, trot, canter, metal horse, but with a fast trot that would not be a good beginner pony. So you start having them trot. Trot. Thank you, Rascal, or thank you, Pony. And they're going to get confused at that point. Your student is going to get scared, and they don't know that they don't have the experience. Our horse is steady rhythmic and carrying you. The horse can take a few lessons for what you, Peter, the student, need to provide to yourself and what you, or I rather, provide to the student or my Peter. Now, can the student again show me they have balance? Now, if they can, or if you can, Peter, we can start the trot again. And assistant, they are not going to have balance in all my years, 3 or 4, got posting rhythmic right. However, this student is different. So I am going to let this child sit the trot. Peter, just sit it. You have a nice steady horse for you to sit it, and I'm going to change directions because we want to make sure that our horse doesn't overdevelop on one side or get a big bulge on one side. And I have to mention, even more importantly, that you have a grab strap even on your very own saddle. Peter, I always would tell you to use the grab strap for safety purposes. It keeps you safe. There you are, like your friends, moving your hands in different positions, moving your hands up and pushing your hands out. But what people are forgetting, and I hope your friends are reminding you, is that you're only learning balance. You're simply learning balance. Moving around like that, or with those exercises, thank you so much, Peter, for validating me. They teach you different body positions you need to ride. I do have one thing I need to say. You are hunching forward a lot. I have this great idea. Why don't you try to stretch your hands up to the ceiling? Because when you do, your back stays straight and you can't slouch. Let's try different positions with your arms. Windmills. Show me windmills. Do you realize that you are wonderfully doing different things with both of your hands, and that's teaching your arms to separate at body riding? So both hands are doing different things that teach them to separate their body riding. Your legs too are doing one thing, and your hands another. And the core, or your belly, your stomach, your center, still another. And we will talk about center in a different lesson. You, my dear Peter, are multitasking and keeping your horse together. That is fantastic. So I've taught all this to you, and you're a beginner, and that's okay. You don't have to worry about the horse. I have control over the horse and the crazy things he won't dare try. Of course, off topic, assistant, this is not a classroom. Things go wrong.